Okay. Welcome everyone. We are at the monthly open house for Create with Kerry Lee online open studios. My regular group here of attendees and creatives, we all thought it might be fun to get some more energy and new energy into the group. So we are inviting whoever is interested to come and dip your toes in and help your creative juices get flowing. And actually also, I think big for all of us, have an accountability practice, a time and a day to show up and work on whatever it is that you want to work on. And creativity has a vast definition. It does not have to be painting or making fine art. It can be researching or writing or working on music or cooking. We actually have one of our members today who's packing for a trip and for an art exhibit that she's putting into place. So anything goes in terms of what you want to call creative. So please don't limit yourself and your thinking on that. Okay, my name is Kerry Lee, and I am an intuitive coach, intuitive artist, a coach, a healer, and an art educator, and the creative director for the Global Intentional Community. Excuse me, I'm just mumbling my words here. The creative director for the Global Intentional Creativity Community at Musette Atelier in Sonoma, California. Intentional creativity released my own life trauma and 35-year case of creative constipation, meaning put me in front of a canvas and I froze and didn't know what to do. But when I learned you actually can be free to experiment and not worry about mistakes and free yourself from that, I was all in. And so that's partly what this group is about, is really a place to experiment, a safe place to experiment and be free and try whatever you want to try, because this is not a critique group. This is not a class. This is not lessons. This is just a bunch of creatives doing our thing in community where it's more fun and we inspire each other. So let's see what else. You can share if you want to share here. You don't have to share. Again, there's no right or wrong, but because I'm all about art with purpose or intention, part of what I do during the sessions is have an inquiry or a question for everyone to think about if you want while you're working, but something also to talk about in the middle part of our session. And then hopefully you walk away a little more inspired, clear with the introspection that you've had, or just curious. We found that the conversation is really thought-provoking. It's a great place for brainstorming, whether it's in the chat or talking. Friendships have definitely occurred, and it's a place of no pressure. So there's a little bit of an agenda where everyone comes in and I will make some announcements. Maybe everybody will give a short little update on where they are at with whatever creative process they're working on. We'll talk about the inquiry of the week, and then we'll all work on our own for 45 minutes, 30 minutes, it just kind of depends. And then we come back together. I'll play music, and then we come back together halfway through and share what we've been working on, what the answers are to the inquiry, if wanted. Again, nothing is required here. And then we go back and we work until the end. So it's a total of 2 hours. I play some music. Sometimes if we're lucky, we get musicians who play live music for us. That's really fun. And then we just say our goodbyes and we put it on our calendar and show up next week. And because of that, all kinds of amazing momentum has happened in this group. It's been a year now, and it's really been fun to watch witness everyone's paths as they go. So why did I do this? I did this open studios because I wanted to be accountable to my own creative practice. I found I was letting other things come first. And I'm an artist, and that needs to not happen. So I wanted my own creative growth. And I figured if I showed up for others, I would show up for myself. So who's this for? It's for anyone who's looking for a relaxed way to grow your creative endeavors, often by simply showing up. You really can show up and not even know what you're going to do. You can just be, and something will probably hit, in terms of what you want. I'm going to throw it out there to those who are here with me today and my regulars, and wondering if maybe any of you want to share what you've worked on during your time here in Open Studios. Would anybody like to share?
I can share.
Okay, great, Sabrina.
So I'm here in Davis, California, and I am probably the only ceramics person here. And I have my own kiln, which we bought a used kiln not long ago. And I mostly work on clay. And I also attend a clay class once a week. And I'm thinking that I'm in the process of starting a clay business. And so this earlier today, we were affirming that I've sold 3 pieces.
Yes.
And so I come here because it's just really wonderful to be with other women who are making art, and we make time for ourselves as well as each other. And it feels really good to be with each other.
Thanks.
Making art of some kind.
Thank you. I always say the spice that we each add makes this beautiful, I don't know, soup or beverage or whatever we are, but thank you for being a part of it consistently like you had. You're definitely an important part of this group.
Thank you. I love it.
Yeah.
So I can show you my scarecrow I put together.
Okay.
So for all of you at home, Benicia always has a scarecrow contest, and our gallery has entered. I'm in gallery 621, and I volunteered actually to do this, and since I did it last year. So let's see if I can move this and hopefully you can see it all. So here is her, let's see. Ooh. There we go. There's her face.
Fantastic.
And I've got, yeah, there, her rib cage showing, skeleton hands. And then let's see if I can tilt it, or maybe I can just get far away from it. Let's see. Wrong way.
Ah, wonderful.
Yeah, there, and I can't get, so you can see her skirt. She's got on a skirt. Yeah. And
wow.
And a what do you call it, hip scarf. And then all this, my crazy jewelry is on her. And there's her rib cage.
Oh my gosh, fantastic. How fun.
Yeah, so I took her picture and sent it out to everybody in the gallery. And so far I've gotten 4 responses saying they love it.
Yay. Yay.
So we'll probably put it up tomorrow.
Excellent. And Stephanie, this is your first time here, so welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good. Anyone else want to share what you're working on or anything about your experience in Open Studios?
Hi, I'm Julie and I am from New Zealand. So I am an acrylic mixed media artist. So I've been probably coming to Open Studios, I don't know if it would be a year, it might be just about a year, perhaps, or close to. And yeah, I just really enjoy the connection with other people, seeing what everybody's up to in terms of their creative practice. Because I work from home, I find it is a really good way to connect with people, and it's a regular event each week, and I just really like sort of growing those creative relationships with people. And it's actually really nice to have some international artists and creatives that I connect with as well, because obviously art is international, and it's really neat to see what everybody's doing and be part of that. So yeah, and this weekend we have our local art exhibition, so I'm involved with the setting up of that today. So we are getting all our panels set up and all the artists are bringing in their art this evening. So it's going to be really exciting to see everybody's art and hang out on the panels, and yeah, just see how the exhibition goes. I'm actually not going to be here for the exhibition. I fly out tomorrow, so but it will be really beautiful to see everybody's work coming in and celebrate obviously what they've created for the exhibition. So yeah, that's me.
Thank you, Julie. So glad you're here. Yes, nice to have some international representation. And it's it's late morning for you, so it works. Yeah.
I guess I'll share. I'm Sandy and this is Michaela, and we usually paint. Today we were kind of rushing around because we were looking for rocks to paint, and there are no rock stores with rocks in them locally, because our town here in Northeast Tennessee, Jonesboro, Tennessee, is it's the oldest town in Tennessee, and every year we have a storytelling festival that's coming up this weekend. And we also paint rocks and hide them and have a Facebook group where we show the rocks that we hid. So last week, Michaela and I were out for a walk. We only found one rock, and we wanted so much to paint rocks and hide them for the storytelling festival. But it looks like all the other rock painters have done it. But we mostly paint. Do you want to show them what you're doing? So on our travels today, we got a few things like this for Michaela to paint, and sometimes we co-paint, but today we're not on the same canvas. And I'm just working on something abstract.
Awesome. And Sandy, watching you bloom as an artist this last year has been amazing. I mean, you've really claimed your artist self.
I'm working on it. Thank you. And
Yeah.
it's all because of this group, because I show up consistently and I'm inspired by everybody here.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, and I'm actually ahead of the curve for once, and I'm working on starting Christmas ornaments for a local gallery that I'm in downtown. So that feels amazing, because usually I'm scrambling, and I don't think I've ever started. I mean, it's October, but still for me, that's way ahead of the curve. So that's what I'm working on. Well, anyhow, I'm not going to talk too much more about this or make this recording much longer. But for those of you who are kind of thinking about coming, come. We're nice, we're friendly, it's fun, and just give it a go and see what you think. It's really no pressure. It's just here to help you and to help all of us have fun and enjoy life, really.